past, we're holding on. Well, that's the thing. This clearing and replacing work will help with the getting rid of the past stuff. Now, there's something I wanted to read to you guys. The Dalai Lama said this about present, and in the present. So the Dalai Lama, when asked what surprised him most about man, about humanity, he answered man. Because he sacrifices his health in order to make money. Then he sacrifices money to recuperate his health. And then he is so anxious about the future that he does not enjoy the present, the result being that he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he is never going to die, and then he dies never really having lived. Right? So be in the present, enjoy that moment, that today, that now, like, where are you now? And you know what? And the moment that you have thoughts, like any negative thoughts, just stop yourself. But wait a minute, no, I'm not thinking about, think about the things, the positive things, which comes to the things you're grateful for. What are you grateful for? There's so many things. Everybody has something they're grateful for. At least one thing. And every day. You know, at night, what I do, well, even during the day when things happen, thank you! But like at night, always just look at your day and just think about, don't think about the things that were hard. Think about the things that went really well. Go, but this happened. But I ate a great meal. And guess what? I have a roof over my head. You know? Like, think about those things. And you know what will happen? Is again, energetically, it will flow and you will manifest more of that. You will manifest more of it. And that just helps. And there's studies that were done actually that show when people have more gratitude, they're less anxious, depression is less, and they're just happier and kinder people. Kinder. And actually, this is the other thing I'm going to give away too. Is I got this book. It's a simple act of gratitude. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's just such a beautiful, how learning to say thank you has changed my life. And it's a really beautiful story. So I'm giving this away too. Lucky.
It's like Oprah.
Who knows?
Okay. Don't get caught up in the chaos. Stay off the roller coaster ride. The chaos is always going to be there. It just is. It's just life, you know. Things aren't always going to be our perfect thing, but perfect's overrated. And there's always going to be chaos around you. But you have the choice to not get on that roller coaster and ride with it. And when people there's people around you or things that happen, take them and just stop. Go, okay, let me breathe through this. And just come back to yourself. And, you know, in the bigger scope of life, it's really a small thing compared to, like, the big scope of life, right? Things always work out at the end. We know that. We worry about things, but at the end they work out. They work out the way they're supposed to work out. And so having faith in that's really important. Just don't get caught up. And if you're around people that are just, like, caught up and wanting to be in the chaos, then step away. You know, keep them over here. It's not necessary to be in that. And make good choices. And this goes back to the people and company you choose. You know, I had a dear friend I was talking to the other day, and she was saying how she has this friend who's always so mean and so, like, she just, like, you know, says bad things, so demotivating to her, or, like, it's just, I'm like, okay, so why are we having this conversation? Why are you friends with her? Like, choices. You choose to be around these people. Don't do that. It's not worth it. Life is too short. Enjoy it. You want to be everybody wants to be happy, right? And so be around good people, people that inspire you, not people that dishearten you. I mean, this is such a great example of this group. You know, you're all an inspiration for each other. More of these, Nicole. Get working on that. And forgiveness. So after you do this clearing, replacing stuff, what's really important is to do the forgiveness thing too. And just say, okay, you know what? I forgive you. I forgive you, I forgive this experience. I forgive myself for being a partner to this. And that's okay, because you know what? Guess what? It's a lesson. I became stronger. I realized what's really important. That's huge, right? So that's important. You know, there's this really interesting Hawaiian prayer. I don't know if y'all know this. And it's really powerful too. So it's a Hawaiian prayer that you can say to somebody. You think of the person, you say their name, and say, "I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me." And you keep saying it, like if there's somebody in your life, this is like total sidebar, but if there's somebody in your life and you feel like you need that, like keep saying it. It's crazy amazing, it works. I've done it, it works. With my ex, it works. Exercise. So now, like that's the energetic, emotional piece. This is the physical piece. So the yoga, like physical, like exercise, get movement. Move your body. Like the Qigong. Qigong is the grandfather of all the martial arts. It's where it all started. And like the Tai Chi. And then hiking. Nicole has her hiking women's circles, right?
Yeah.
So go hiking with Nicole sometime. That's really fun. And eat well. You can make this fresh, organic, as much as possible. Fresh foods. Our ancestors would be so mad if they saw the packages that things are sold in these days. That's another seminar.
For sure.
Nurture yourself. Why is it that we as women think that we have to be all and all for everything and everyone? You know, we stop thinking about ourselves. We are so busy doing everything, everywhere, and yet we forget about, oh, what about me? And it's not being selfish. It's just taking care of yourself so you can take better care of everything and everyone around you. You know, there's a reason why they say for women in a play to put the mask on you first and then your kid. Because if you don't have the air, you can't help anybody else. So it's really important. Do those, whatever that is, whether it's taking a walk, whether it's, you know, reading a book, whether it's going to get a massage, like that's my thing, but you know, whatever it is, do that. Okay, so the blue zone. So this one, I just threw this in because I thought this would be really interesting to share. This one, I'm sorry guys, I'm not giving away this book, but I'll show it to you. The blue zone. So this was a study that was done. And these researchers went all over the world. And they studied these groups of people. And in California, there's a group in Loma Linda, I believe it is. And all around the world, there's these groups of people who live the longest and are the happiest. And I'm like, what are they doing? Like, how are they so healthy? They're like over 100 years old and they're like going. And so there's 9 things that they found that they do. 1, move naturally. Be active without thinking. Let it just be part of your lifestyle. 2, hara hachibu. Cut calories by 20%. Like they don't eat as much as our Western diet is horrible. We eat so much. You know, and if you go outside of our country, you'll never see servings like the way we serve them here. So just portion control. Plant fat. They avoid meats and prepared foods, like the processed stuff. They eat fresh foods. Grapes of life. Drink red wine in moderation. I need to just reiterate that. Just so you know. You know, I know there's like studies, people are trying to like resveratrol, you gotta get resveratrol now, but you have to drink like pints of wine to get enough resveratrol, you know? So, but just enjoy it. Like if you're drinking your wine, enjoy it in moderation. Okay. Purpose now. Take time to see the big picture. Find your purpose. It's that heart's desire. You know, that's really important. Downshift. Take time to relieve stress. This goes back to the nurturing piece of it. Belong. Participate. You know, these people, they all have community. And that's what they found that was really important. Community, or like families that were community families. They grew up together. They had meals together. Loved ones first. Again, make family priority. It's important. And the right tribe, being surrounded by those people. Again, that goes back to what I was talking about earlier, is environment. choose. You have the choice to choose who you are friends with. You have a choice to choose who you're around. And sometimes if they're family, that's a little harder, but still, you still have a choice. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing, is with the energy work, I will tell you this. You do that work, what happens is you will start vibrating at a much higher frequency. And those people around you, they have two choices. They will either say, wow, she's so happy, like things are going so well, things are moving, like I want some of that. And they'll start doing that too, and they'll come up to that space. And then they don't, and then they move away. And that's when the shifts happen, where like the friendships that weren't really friendships, they start going. And what happens is, like I've noticed, like with family, like family's harder to get rid of. So you have to what happens is they just end up vibing to that same frequency. And then how beautiful is that? To be around a bunch of people that, like you're having your holidays with, that you can actually enjoy their company. It's really fun. Okay. So, again, I'm in charge of how I feel today. I'm choosing happiness. Remember, you are the one that's in charge of your thoughts, words, deeds. It's not what's outside of you, but it's what's within you that will make you truly happy. And again, this goes back to manifesting, the flow. You keep the flow moving, and then what's within you will just happen. And then you just think about those other things, but yet not be attached to those things, but just bring everything in and know that that's when you have this core, nothing can bother you. And granted, we're still humans, so maybe for a second it'll be like, oh, what happened? And you get back into your grounding, and it just flows. Things just flow. If you have a balance of all these things, you'll have a much happier and healthier life. Oh, speaking of happiness, do we have the bag yet?
There.
Did everybody put their emails? I'm also doing this book. It's makeover. It's the happiness book. It's the ultimate happiness makeover. Remember, you always have choices. Expand your happiness portfolio. Shine where you are. Realize you were meant to be happy all the time. Find your tribe. Get out of yourself before freaking out. Wait for the end of the story. What are you waiting for? I had to get it with that, Okay, so let's see here. First, okay, wait, is there anything else? Oh. Okay, so if we have time, I guess depending on what time it is, maybe.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we can do, you guys want to do a visualization?
I think you tried the phone.
Thank you. There's more there. If you guys want it, we can do a visualization exercise. Like a kind of a visualization meditation sort of thing.
Sure.
Sounds
Right,
good.
some clearing. Okay. We have music. I think that's it. No. Oh, thank you. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Okay, so let's do this. The Buddha book.
The Buddha book.
I love doing this.
You're on a trip for this. Carol me up.